Welcome to Serenity Art Sundays. I hope you join us every Sunday, and there's something different to enjoy. I'm doing all kinds of things each Sunday. So, welcome. And for this painting, I wanted to do a lot of drips to start it off. The background, I just wanted a lot of drips. So, I'm using ink sprays for the whole thing, for the whole background. It's all ink sprays. And I didn't know where I was going with this painting at all, so it just developed on its own. I guess that's a form of intuitive painting. And I'm using all shades of greens, blues, and yellow. That way you don't get mud, because if you mix warm and cool colors, oh yeah, well, yes, yellow is a warm color, but if you mix it with green, it does not produce muddy brown. It produces yellow-green. So, but if you mix too many warm and cool colors together, you do get muddy brown. So I'm sticking with the blues, greens, and some yellows. After things dry, I do add some pinks and violets. Oh, that's a sparkly color. It's a turquoise sparkly color. It's really nice, by Tattered Angels, which is Canvas Score Brands company. I used to be on their design team, so I got a lot of products on discount. So this is really cool. It's sparkling as it's dripping. And that's heavier. That's a heavier body paint than the sprays, of course. And I'm working on 11 by 14 inch canvas board. I just love drips when I see them in abstract paintings. Sometimes maybe artists might put drips in realistic paintings, but mostly in abstract paintings. So I just wanted to do a lot of them and layer them. I was layering them from thin to thicker, and drying in between layers. I'm just layering them. So like I said, I really didn't know where I was going with this painting. I was trying to let it develop on its own, which is a little difficult for me because I don't like not knowing what I'm doing. And at some point in this painting, after working on it for a while, I was like, I didn't know what else to do. While I'm doing this, I know what I'm going to do. Like, I'm going to use lots of shades of greens and blues and yellows. But then there came a point in the painting where I didn't know what to do next, and I don't like that feeling. But that comes later on, and that spray won't work, so I have to pour it on. That's a really nice, I'm sure that's Viridian green. If there's ever any videos that you'd like to see me make, please let me know in the comments below. I'm completely open to any kind of suggestions of what people would like to see. And if you have any questions about my process, there's no problem. I respond to all my comments. I just think drips are very emotive. They kind of just represent emotions I mean, I think it could. I think they can represent a range of emotions, kind of like carefree. Could be sad. Could be whimsy. For the next few minutes of this video, it's pretty self-explanatory. So I'll be back, and you can listen to the music while you watch my process. And I'll be back for the next step, which involves using stencils with acrylic paint. So I'll see you on the other side. So, welcome back. And I'm using stencils with acrylic paint. I tried the sprays, and the sprays don't work with stencils. I wasn't sure, and I just had to try it just to be sure, and they're just too watery and get underneath the stencil. So I'm using full-bodied acrylic paint with makeup sponges. That's the best way to put on. That's the best way to use paint with stencils, is with cheap makeup sponges. So I'm kind of working with low contrast, and like, so I can build up the layers, like just build up the layers subtly. So there's subtle layers that are just built up into finally more brighter colors. And I love stencils, so I have quite a collection. So this does remind me, I mean, I brought out the plant-like stencils because I was thinking of all the spring, the very yellow-green spring greens that are happening in the trees right now. So I am still inspired by spring. So I'm thinking pretty much like these are reminding me of plants, and so I'm going to use the plant-shaped stencils. I'm just trying to decide, where the best place to put them is, for creating the best design. So I start building up the contrast. So for the rest of the video, I think again it's self-explanatory, and I'm just going to let the music play and you can watch my process. And at the end though, I do some digital manipulations of this painting, so I'll talk about that at the end. So please enjoy. So now I'm showing close-ups of the finished piece, and I am kind of ambivalent about those birds. So that's why in my digital version, I changed how those birds look. But right now I'm just showing close-up shots of the acrylic painting, all different sections of it. And those birds were done, as you saw, they were done with stencils, yes. But they're all in the same position. So it kind of just doesn't look, it looks too stiff and not natural-like. Oh, I added the ballerina or the ballet dancer in digitally, and then I added those birds in digitally using my iPad Pro. So thank you so much for watching. Please, if you have any questions or have any comments or suggestions for videos you'd like to see me make, let me know in the comments below. Have a great creative day.